and he taught me literally how to eat. The spoon, one side and two sides, and said, right, start from right on the top and go down this way. And how to eat soup, tip, and do that way, not that way. And you got to wait until one finish. When you start, you got to start together. Where is your, water is left hand or right hand? Oh, I'm Malay, right? And because of that, and I go to Australia, I'm not, I can be in some way.
It's quite an interesting thing that you have.
It is interesting, but none of you know that. Even today is a thing. You don't eat properly sometimes, just with one spoon and so on. But before was a different class, different, not class, it's an etiquette, everything. Even dress is an etiquette. At that time, or not today, I'm not saying that it's right. I just say that. We go to university before, we got to use coat, of course it's coat as well. You have to use tie, not slipper to it. There's no respect to your professor.
Well, I remember when I was in Standard 5, Primary 5, I was reading and memorizing about Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, the Roman civilization.
That's history, of course,
yeah, but they don't have it now because slowly the curriculum went more for the nation, learning more about the nation rather than others. And the idea then was that, that time we're colonial mind. So we more or less having this colonial mindset, you're a slave to the orang putih sort of thing. Then they went to this idea of we taking hold of our country. But you're saying the opposite in the sense that when we have this, the idea of just learning about ourselves more, we tend to forget or alienate the so-called world.
We not alienate, we just ignorant. I mean, you don't forget it. Sometimes we forget ourselves. We only 60 years of independence. We are actually a tribe. We are not civilized yet. Sorry to say that you think you are civilized, except many of us have got PhD and so on, but there's a few of them. But we haven't reached to that status, really. So. Education is important, not only as you're talking about education, not only from the primary is important, right through. And then how you make curriculum together. And there's always must have curriculum that they all can make and use things together. It doesn't mean that you all have, psychic, you all have prejudice, but the prejudice are small compared. Not to be blown out and so
your children, do they go to the national curriculum?
In the beginning they do, but my wife is very strong. She leads the way to the extent that sometimes I feel that it's too much because they are too liberalized. To the extent, as you know, the balloon girl, that's my daughter. And they are, in a way, that's I married twice. And
no, I mean they went through primary school, national curriculum, secondary.
Secondary, they go to English already. They go to international school.
Okay. I was going to ask you, how do you find the
No,
curriculum?
my children will tell you much better for the education. There's nothing that's education in a good school like international school. Because she is the best orator because they practice that and participate in many things. That's important. And hence, I must say, I'm very proud. She has PhD from Oxford University. She has degree in Harvard. She gets all kinds. That's how when you nurture people and you expose them, they get exposed very early. Not only in art and everything else. One of the things that I fail to appreciate, or maybe you may not appreciate, is your early education are not wholesome to me. By that I mean that the subject matter is limited. You know, we even in school we learn world history, world geography, you know, everything about the world, you know. And even later on in HSC classes, you have to learn about what they call general paper. General paper is about world affairs. You have to pass that paper to know what other countries are doing, who's president, who's what. And that is a wholesome education. Indeed, American systems are much better. Before you have your professionalism, enter to become a doctor or lawyer, you have to have a basic degree in humanity. Today you see these people, engineers especially, they got blinkers. They do not know about Shakespeare. They do not know about arts. They do not know about nothing except the own world. So what kind of man is that? Very
Compartmentalized. So you believe education would be
got to
more-
be very, especially architects. Otherwise you don't know, like a doctor, you are the dullest people in society. Mixed with doctors, my God, you know. I'm sorry, not PhD doctors, not PhD, no more, but I'm not talking about, I'm talking about medical doctors. I don't know. But you are lucky because you should know a lot. You should know about anything because you'll be involved in this, right? And you have to be involved. And otherwise it's terrible. And you know, I'll be exercised by my society here if they know that I even design churches. Can you imagine?
Which
But
church?
because
Just one?
in Adelaide,
Oh, okay.
not here. So that I know what church all about.
Yeah. Okay, so before I lose my job, I think we'll go on to the next question. I think this one also, you touch on it about creativity and education. There is always a call by many leaders to be creative, students to be creative, but somehow creativity comes with a lot of restriction.